Hello everyone and welcome to Man's Life Roulette. Today in this video we are going to discuss about the fact that why casino always win. In roulette, in most of the cases you lose and casino wins. So what is the reason behind casinos that they always win? I found 4 reasons for that. Number 1 is that they have an advantage over the table. In most of the table when 0 or double 0, casino has the advantage of 2% over the player, which makes them win. The second point is that they always follow the basic rules. Whatever be the situation, they never divert from paying out the required amount. If the payout is 35 to 1 in a straight number, they always pay 35 to 1. They never divert from that. The third reason is that they have the huge money support behind them. That is the main reason for casino, because they have unlimited source of money, but the player has a limited source of money. And the fourth point is that this is more important than any other thing, that they don't fear to be lose, because they are strict and binded by the rules that they have to pay out whatever be the table limit and the player wins. So these are the 4 reasons why casino always wins. Now the question is that how you can win. You also have to follow that 4 basic principle which the casino follows. First important thing is that the advantage over 2% which casino have. But you can create your own advantage by manipulating your bets. You can increase the bets, you can decrease the bets. You can cover multiple numbers and you can make your own advantage over that. The second thing is the basic rules. As casino follow the basic rules of the game, you also have to follow the basic rules. You have to select a strategy for yourself and you have to stick with that strategy. Whatever be the strategy shows you to do, you have to do that. Don't divert from the strategy. And third important thing is that ensure you have a correct bankroll to support your strategy. Different strategy and different table limit has different bets amount. And for that you need to have at least adequate amounts of bankroll so that you can also support your strategy with your bankroll. Suppose you are playing with $5 bets, outside bets, you can't just play the game with $10 or $15 of a bankroll. For that you need to have at least $200 to $300 bets. If you are playing inside bets, then you must, and playing with $1 chips, then you have to ensure that you have at least $300 to $400 of bankroll. So adequate bankroll is most important to give you some profit from rolling. And number 4, the important thing is that fear of losses. Don't fear to lose, because it's a part of the game that in some spins you may win, in some spin you may lose. But once you forget about the fear of losing, you will win most of the time. And for that you have to set your target, and the target should be logical and achievable, so that you can also make some profit from the table. So here is an example for that. Most of the players have used outside bets, like bets from these reasons, and these reasons. This is quite easy to use, because you have to select 1 or 2 positions and you have to play. But the fact is that in most of the casino, the outside bets amount, minimum bets, is quite high. For most of the online casino, outside bets amount is $5, whereas inside bets is only $1. Even in live casino also, outside bets is $5, but inside bet is $1. So if you have a smaller bankroll, then I suggest you to go for inside bets, not the outside bets. So what is the positions where you can put inside bets, but your total bets amount will remain low? The best thing is that you have to go with the line bets. So these are the line bets. You have to put only one chips here, and this is considered as inside bets. Just $1 you can cover 6 numbers. Similarly, if you put 5 chips of only $5, you can cover this much of the section from the table, that is 30 number with just $5. But no outside bets will allow you to cover 30 numbers with just $5 bets on a particular table. For that you need to have at least $10 or $15. So let's take an example of line bets. I'm going to play with a strategy of line bets with 5 line covered. I will just leave one line, and for that I have to put my bets over all these positions, which will cover this much of the table. So out of 37 number from the table, I have covered 30 number with this strategy, and I will use only at those 6 numbers and at number 0. So what I will do after losing a spin is that I will increase the bets. Even the strategy is quite simple. You have to add after every spin, whether you won or you lose. And for that you need to have at least $200 bankroll, and your target should be only $10. Once you hit the target of $10, you have to move back from the basic $1 strategy and continue the game again. So let's try this strategy and see. I will not divert. Remember, I will not divert. I have adequate bankroll to support my $5 inside bets, that is a $200 bankroll, and I will follow the strategy, and I will not fear of losing because I'm going to put my bets as per the strategy. Even the bets amount increases significantly. So let's try 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I have put all the 5 bets over here. My target is only $10 by using $5 inside bet chips. So it's a win. So I just repeat the bets and continue. Sorry, I have to add 1 unit over here. I just forgot. So this time I lose here. So what I'll do, I will just rebet and add 1 unit to all 5 positions. At the end of this video, I will explain how the strategy actually works. So this time I win here. So again I have to repeat the bets, add 1 more unit to all the 5 positions and continue. I have 5 lines covered, 1 line left. That means after every 6 spin, technically I am going to win 5 spin, and that is the advantage. So this time also I win. So again just rebets, add 1 unit to all 5 positions and continue the game. It's number 9. Again I win here. So what will I do is I will again add 1 more unit to all positions. Remember, the strategy is to add 1 unit even if you lose, even if you win. And you need to have at least $200 bankroll if playing with $5 basic bets. So this is the strategy, and I easily achieve the target of $10. You can see here. Now the question is how this strategy actually works. This strategy works on a principle that if you cover 5 numbers or 5 lines with just $1 bets, that means you cover 30 number from the table. Out of 37 number, you covered 30 numbers. You may lose at all these 6 numbers and also at number 0. But important thing is you are not going to lose 3, 4, 5 spin in a row. Even if you lose 3 or 4 spin in a row, then also you can easily cover your losses, because after every spin you are increasing the bets value. Your first spin is $1, second spin $2, third spin $3, fourth spin $4, fifth spin $5. So that means if you lose all these 3 spins at the beginning, or even have 2 or 3 spins, then you are going to lose $30 to $35. But as you are increasing the bets after 5th or 6th spin, you have just reached to 6 or 7 number of spin. So what will happen that after every spin you will technically win $6 to $7. To cover this $6 to $7, the loss of $35 needs just 6 to 7 spin. So, and you can easily recover the losses, and you are not so unfortunate that you will lose all your spin because you have covered 30 number out of 37. So just 6 to 7 spin in a row in your favor. If you are going to lose if you think that you may lose 3 to 4 spin in a row, then you can also think that you can win 6 to 7 spin in a row also. So if you hit 6-7 spin in a row at any point of time, you can easily recover the losses, and just one extra spin, that means 8 spin. If you own this 7 or 8 spin, then you can easily achieve the target. So this is the strategy you can follow, but I suggest you to follow this type of strategy in live roulette, not in online roulette, because most of the time online roulettes are fixed and it is designed to make you lose. So go this strategy with live roulette, and you can easily make the profit of $10 after every betting cycle. It may take 10, 15, or even sometimes it may take 20 spin to give a profit of $10 if you have a bankroll of $200. With the bankroll of $200, $10 profit after 6, 7 or 10 spin is quite good.